Okay, we're recording now.
Yeah, sorry about that Chromebook issue, apparently. I mean, it worked before, but
So let's look at the board. Urchin is here, so neither of them
they,
opened double Urchin. Cameron opened Urchin Night Watchman, which I really don't like. capriCORN opened Conspirator Night Watchman. So I'm not sure why you're opening Night Watchman.
yeah, I mean, you don't really need it. I mean, enough trashing from Urchin that, and, I mean, and why were you open with it?
Yeah, I
Uh,
also think it doesn't make any sense to open Conspirator because it's going to be pretty hard to get them active here. Like you can see right now, it's just a dead card in the hand. I also don't think you want more than one mercenary. You generally don't want more than one mercenary. Um,
Either of them get two of them.
I think it's better just to take one mercenary and um, keep the others as urchins.
This one, I mean, you can run double tech, but a curse fit conspirator is probably enough with my bank.
Yeah, you could run double tack, but I seriously doubt it's a good here.
Just use costume to pick up plus spice is enough, probably. Um,
Yeah, so Cameron has two mercenaries, which is probably too many. But there is a lot of junk to trash here, so I get it.
and especially neither has picked up any uh, curse villages, and
Why do they want so many night watchmen? They're not
just,
doing anything.
yeah. Did each of them have two?
I think so. Like, yeah, this makes no sense. You just set up a hand where you have all terminals and you have no villages.
I mean, Night Watchman. I mean, it's okay, but
I
it just,
I have a
it
hard
just,
time seeing it being better than sheepdog urchin or silver, unless you're
yeah,
trying to set up a
it's
very
just
specific
definitely not
ship.
on this board.
Yeah,
Night Trash is a conspirator and Mombat. Wow. Well, that's
yeah. I don't know why you would trash a Mountie. Trash conspirator night watchman.
okay.
Wait, what? That is an illegal
Well,
undo.
you can't undo that.
You
Yeah.
can't undo that. You can't play your mercenaries, see what it draws, and then be like, oh, I didn't want to do that. Man, some of these low level players just request the most questionable undos.
And their opponent allows it, which, well,
I mean, this makes more sense to me why, when I play lower level opponents, they're really stingy with undos. It's because I guess at low level you have players requesting undos that make no sense. See,
yeah, I mean, I'm still sort of new to this Discord group. I'm not sure, and the league, well, just spectating in general. I'm not sure how the dynamics is in lower tier, but I mean, but yeah, I mean, like in any rated unrated league or other games, you cannot undo anything that you draw. See the cards that you would draw next.
yeah. Now there are some situations like if you accidentally clicked end buys or something.
Or if you are gonna draw a deck anyways,
Yeah.
like that's okay, but definitely not like the situation where it was. So
Yeah. So my game plan on this board is I would open double urchin, get some Montes and some cursed villages, uh, get some council
maybe
room
yeah,
for draw, get some
and plus
groundskeeper.
five.
Yeah, and plus five, very importantly. And then you can start adding groundskeepers. Like, I don't know why you would buy a groundskeeper already. It does nothing for your deck right now.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of I mean, Chris Village, the groundskeeper will help the deck much more than very early groundskeeper.
Yeah, there's no reason to pick up a groundskeeper over a cursed village. And there's no reason on turn 11 cursed villages should be a 10. It's the only village on the board.
Yeah, so cards I wouldn't pick up. Night Watchman, definitely no. Sheepdog. Uh,
Sheepdog I might pick up because when opponent plays Monte, you can react with it.
I, yeah, maybe. I mean, early maybe it's okay. Although if you have Cursed Village, maybe you don't need Sheepdog. But I mean, getting one early maybe, just maybe, and
Yeah,
definitely not Groundskeeper at this point of the game.
yeah, agreed. There's no reason to get Groundskeeper. And Cursed Village also provides you protection against mercenary and urchin attacks because you can draw back up. So Cursed Village is like probably one of the most important cards in this board. I mean, it's like Cursed Village, Montebank, and Urchin. Those are like the three power cards here. And not touching
Yeah.
Cursed Village feels just ridiculously bizarre. I also don't know what Cameron is thinking of here. You play two
Yeah,
coppers. You're not buying anything. Just play the Night Watchman. Like, why are you stalling?
no idea. Yeah, definitely just Cursed Village, Conspirator. I mean, so many things you can build, but yeah, just not picking up the right card so far. And I mean, at least they have Urchin. I mean, they have some trashing, so hopefully eventually they will get there. But
Okay, again, what does this think? There's no decision here. Of course, you're going to play the Night Watchman. It doesn't trigger a shuffle.
exactly, like you're not gonna buy a state. I mean,
Please
you
don't
have
buy a state.
plenty of junk in your deck. Um, what would you put training on? I think. I mean, that's
Uh,
if you even buy it.
if you end up with a Groundskeeper track, it could be good for. Okay, looks like he disconnected, so
Okay.
that makes more sense. But again, I also really don't like these early conspirators with no money. I mean, with no terminal. Wow, with no villages, they're basically just a terminal silver.
Yeah.
Okay, so Capricorn also takes a second mercenary, which I guess can be good here with Cursed Village and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean. Yeah. I mean. Yeah. I mean. You
If
can't just they still need to pick up. Oh, there
hey,
you go.
they got a Cursed Village. Um, yeah, I mean with Montebank, you're not gonna run out of junk to trash. Another groundskeeper. Why? Why groundskeeper? It does literally nothing for your deck at
Yeah.
this point. You desperately need villages. You're super over terminaled.
Oh, is this his second one? Wow. Yeah, that definitely doesn't make any sense.
Okay,
Right,
please
another
buy a
chance
Cursed
to pick up
Village.
Chris Village.
Hey, can you turn your Discord notification sounds off?
Oh, okay. How do I do that?
The gear icon in the bottom left corner.
Okay, let's see. Notifications.
So he buys a gold. Don't buy gold. You need Cursed Village. You need some. I mean, it's both a village and it's going to protect you against all these attacks coming in. Like, it's so good here. Why are you buying gold? There's no reason to buy gold. Gold is a stop card. And, like, it just seems worse than Montebank as well.
I think this is the right button to click. Uh, all right. So let's get back to our game.
I guess here I'd pick up either an urchin or a sheepdog. Sheepdog seems fine. I mean, you're really over terminal, but you do get to play them as reactions.
Just because at least he says some considered. Well, look how nice the cursor would have been in this hand.
Why are you buying more conspirators? You need cursed villages.
How much did Capricorn hit?
When? On his
Four?
last turn?
Yeah, last turn.
Uh, he hit 4.
I mean,
I don't want another conspirator yet. I'd rather get another urchin so that I have more things in play and it can trigger my conspirator better. Like,
yeah, you can't trigger with Curtis Mountebank. I mean, that's enough. I mean, Curtis is draw to six, so definitely don't need to add conspirators here.
yeah.
I mean, it's important, even with a draw to X like curse village.
Yeah, you
Like
definitely want conspirators in your deck because they're disappearing money.
yeah, if you hit four and have nothing else to do,
Okay,
uh,
Cameron buys a tactician. That seems like nonsense to me. You still don't have a cursed village.
yeah, I will. I mean, if you even pursue tactician,
You need to be trashed, and you need, like, I don't know if double tactician works on this board, but it seems a lot worse than just a traditional draw deck, especially because um,
I mean, curse
multi-bank.
village and Mountebank.
Yeah,
If the game lasts long enough, you can use those two to junk opponent's deck. You don't even need main conspirator
yeah.
since curse village is a draw to X. Um,
Yeah, Cursed Village and Montebank go great together. I wish they had bought more Cursed Villages. Like, if this conspirator right here is a silver, they actually could have bought something useful. Well, no, because of Envious, but still.
capriCORN is probably ahead with two curse villages and same some
Oh, yeah,
uh,
they look definitely ahead.
more curses in Cameron's deck.
But I just want to see a lot more Cursed Villages. Like, he's clearly gotten the idea.
capriCORN seems to head in the right direction, but do you trash a mercenary here, or
I think you trash a sheepdog.
that's also reasonable.
Okay, you trash 2 coppers, and now you have nothing to do with all these terminals again. This is what happens when you load up your deck with terminals and forget about villages.
Yeah, that's the opposite of what happens usually. For newer players, you load up the villagers and villages and just become a so-called a village idiot. But this one, yeah, you definitely has a lot more cursed villages.
He's gonna buy another conspirator here, isn't he? Okay, finally gets a silver. So again, if these Night Watchmen were something more useful, you could actually have a turn here, rather than buying a silver.
Yeah, probably should trash Night Watchman here for Cameron. Uh,
What?
mercenary.
Oh, okay, yeah, Mercenary, the Night Watchman, and a copper. Yeah, I think so. I mean, Night Watchman, like, what? Why aren't you trashing? You don't attack either.
So I think so. His deck has two groundskeepers, a gold, couple silvers, and everything else is terminal.
Yeah.
So really hard to see how you'll pull this together. It's capable of reaching five, I think, but
I mean,
having
it looks like capriCORN
groundskeepers.
should just run away with this if they just keep buying. They're going to need to add a council room soon, but
Yeah, I mean that would be nice since Capricorn's deck is definitely coming together. But
nice, and I find Mercenary.
uh, yeah, I would
I
do
would definitely
mercenary
play
here.
Mercenary. No, not Monty. You like Monty's a good junker, but the attack is so big and it's trashing.
Okay, you're just providing
Why
stuff
are you
for
buying a tactician? You could just buy a council room. You're almost drawing your whole deck, and you need more cursed villages.
yeah, that.
Hey, friendly locust.
Oh, okay, he bought a curse search. Okay, just locks. Oh, okay, lock the update. Okay. Um, yeah, seems like like consume is a better source of plus 5 here on this board than
Yeah,
tactician.
I see no reason. I mean, unless you're going for double tactician, but I feel like there's just too much junking attacks here. Like, double tactician just doesn't seem as good as the draw tax plus the council room for plus buy.
It's also worth mentioning that with consume, like urgent mercenary negates its downside. Even if, I mean, it doesn't matter too much, but since you can try back with curse village, if you were hit with the hand size attack.
What? What are you trying to
I would just
say?
say consume lets your opponent draw a card, but there's urgent mercenary in this.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, for sure. You have a typical, like, militia council room type combo.
yeah, so it's not a problem. Why would you not play
Why
your
wouldn't you play
curse
the
village
cursed village? There's so many strange decisions here. And you don't need another conspirator.
Yeah, the tactician alone, you still need a council. I mean, you only have one tactician, and but um, you just need to keep a plus 5 around.
Yeah, like, Tactician seems so much worse as a source of plus buy than Council Room. Also, Tactician doesn't work well with Cursed Village because it makes your Cursed Village into just an Acropolis.
Yeah, right.
And again, like, why are we so over terminal that we're hitting 4 here on turn 22?
Yeah, this game is gonna last a while.
I mean, just
But
like,
I'm
I'm pretty
like,
sure Big Money Ultimate would beat either of these players, like, if it played with Montebank. Like, a Montebank bot that just bought money in Montebanks would probably win. Like, by turn 22, it should have a couple colonies.
if there's no mercenary in the deck, in this deck, maybe. Well, I mean, this you can still get a colony, definitely. Not this curse village, just a this
Necropolis.
and he has a plus 5. I haven't seen that before in this game.
No, you're buying a province? This was your chance to keep building. You actually had a decent turn. You could have bought, like, Cursed Village plus Urchin or something. Like, Platinum if you want to keep building towards that. I don't know. Cameron
Uh,
looks very hopelessly lost here. Okay,
it
you want to
just
play. You really want to play a mercenary before Cursed Village you could draw up.
I didn't check. Yeah, mercenary his first hand. Yeah, he should play that then conspirator, so you can conspirator can be activated and
Yeah,
play
exactly.
orders get strange.
Why are we doing double tact? I don't think double tact is a good idea here.
There's far better alternatives, but I mean it's probably enough. But I mean it's still not a good idea. Cursor console seems much better.
Yeah, agreed.
Um, so well, it's a lot of terminals, but
I guess you're just playing tactician, so it doesn't super matter. Like,
it's not all.
you have to play tactician
Yeah,
here. You already, like, dove in, said that's the plan. So
on it. I mean, it's
okay,
not great.
Cameron just
But,
buys another province, so they're gonna try to rush down provinces, but their deck doesn't really do anything. It's gonna earn a point or two from Groundskeeper, whereas on the other hand, um, you know, this deck should be able to.
Yeah, Cameron had colonies, and Cameron's deck is not nearly enough to consistently
By
get one
province.
province each turn
Yeah, for sure.
with all the junks in his deck.
I don't think you turned off your Discord sounds, man.
Wait, did I turn off?
I just heard one of them, and I have mine off.
Okay. Well, um, by province at this point.
Why? You definitely don't want a third tactician and province. So they're just not going for colonies?
Yeah, I mean, he's so much ahead, but yeah, you never. I mean, I can't think of. Well, maybe you only get your third tactician if you think if you're doing double tack and if you think you can't draw your second tactician reliably.
Yeah.
That's very very rare, and you just don't do it. So well, two tactician in hand.
So you can mercenary into
Great
conspirator.
mercenary burst.
Yeah.
You the capriCORN, Night Watchman.
Yeah, for sure.
Slay your conspirator, then yep.
Okay, this conspirator's now active. So we hope that we find a village, but we don't. So, oh, and you're not going to play those tacticians you work so hard for?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Okay, looks like they want to play a tactician instead. Yeah. Okay.
So another conspirator. Okay. Um, silver. Wow. It's turn 27. I don't think I've spectated a game that went over 30 turns, but looks like this will be the one.
Yeah, this is definitely going over 30 turns. I mean, they're just building so inefficiently. So let's like talk
Yeah.
about like what the bad decisions are. Um, you should open double urchin because it's urchin. I don't think you have any reason to touch Night Watchman unless you miss both your urchins and want to buy it like turn 3 to guarantee they hit. Montebank is really good. You should have a lot more Montebanks. 2 is not enough. It's virtual money and a junker. You need cursed villages. And you want a council room for plus buy instead of tactician.
And they bought groundskeeper way too early.
And yeah, groundskeepers are doing nothing for you for a while, and like, oh my god, you're getting 1 point off buying a province? Like, that's so little. If you had a council room instead of a groundskeeper, you could draw on and, you know, buy colonies and stuff.
And third tactician is obviously, well, you shouldn't pursue it to begin with, but and getting through of them is even a bigger mistake. Imagine all those money could be spent towards cursed villages, costumes, and Mondays.
Also, they didn't play a tactician on their last turn, so.
Oh, alright.
So they failed to even keep the double tact thing going. Hey, kill off that tactician. It's not doing much. Okay, fine, whatever.
That's fine. I mean, you can run it. I mean, it's far better with privilege and costume, but
Okay, now we get training on conspirator. That's good. I like that.
yeah.
I'm guessing this is just another province for Cameron. So, I mean, even though provinces are getting thin, you still can easily win this game as capriCORN. You just need to buy some colonies. Neither of them have bought platinum, which makes hitting colony harder, but there's a lot of virtual money in this like opening hand right here. I think this could be a colony.
capriCORN has no problem getting colony even consistently, I would say. So do the work. Well, okay, and the wings are activated. Right. This is a nice a double tax situation, looks like.
Yep. You have enough virtual money, so this is good. You can get a mercenary attack in, then play tact.
He chose to play his 2 mana backs. Yeah, okay, undo. That makes sense.
Okay, yeah, playing the mountebank seems worse than playing a mercenary. Why are you buying a province?
Did you know that this thing that can score more? Wow.
Do they just not understand prosperity? Like, have they just not seen Platinum and Colony before?
No idea.
But that's like pretty game losing. Like, now you have a province war where you're behind in VP and no plus buy. Now, on the other hand, Cameron's deck is a lot worse, so it's very possible. Oh, you can just double here.
Yeah, that's a wing hand, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a strange game. It should not last until turns this 10:30, but he does have wing hand.
Yeah.
All right. I think capriCORN 3-0 at this point.
It's 3-0 capriCORN?
I think he won the first one. I'm not sure about the second one.
I mean, you can check with Dombot.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So yeah, definitely a bunch of things for the players to learn from watching that one.
They're not touching the cards you should buy until late. Like Curse Ridge, I think they bought their first wing. Well, definitely after 10-10. But capriCORN, they have the better deck and pull it off, even though he could have bought colonies, but he bought provinces instead.
I thought I could win. How? Your deck is trash.
If you can consistently get one province, maybe.
Yeah, but your deck wasn't able to hit 8 consistently. It had no...
You can never get economy, but your opponent can, but...
Okay, so this is a really cool board. Mastermind means that things can go zoom. Animal Fair with Way of the Rat means that you can, like, ramp up your payload really quickly. The big problem is there's no draw.
Well, Mastermind, but yeah. And Scrap does use courses. Okay, yeah. I would conclave Scrap, obviously.
I think I would open Delve Ratcatcher, and then probably a Scrap.
Or Ratcatcher.
Ratcatcher, yeah, Delve Ratcatcher.
I kind of want to hit 5 here early with Vampire.
Yeah, I get that. Oh, sad Scrap hand.
He bought 2 Delve.
If you really want to hit 5 early, you could Delve, and then buy like a Ratcatcher. And that should be enough money and stuff that you should get 5 on one of your turns. I mean, you can of course Delve, and then buy a silver if you really want to maximize your chances of hitting 5 twice.
Yeah, yes. Well, you can get rid of the silvers with Scrap and Ratcatcher, but you prefer...
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. Okay.
So again, I don't get what Conspirator's doing early in the game. It's not doing much.
Cameron's running a money deck. Looks like he...
Yeah. Whatever Vampire is a big mistake. Vampire can get you all the 5 costs or 4 costs. It can be late game Duchy presence. And It's just a really powerful card. It's also trashing. Like it's really good here. Like you
Yeah.
would love to get a bunch of masterminds and plazas and animal
Yeah,
affairs.
you can certainly build very big here.
Yeah,
Okay.
so okay, there's a vampire.
So
Okay, so he's just grabbing hordes, which indicates to me he's planning on playing some variant of horde money.
in which case, I mean, vampire still. I mean, it's still fine. It's still a good card, but doing that, you're just gaining action, so you're running a money deck. So okay,
Yeah, like you
that
just bought a
might seem like
mastermind.
a mistake.
You just bought a
Uh,
mastermind in a money deck. Like that's gonna whiff most of the time. I mean, I guess if it
so,
does whiff, you can just play it as no, you can't play it as Way of the Rat because it's a duration. So yeah, if you play
but
it,
what? Yeah. You're hoping for next turn you have some action, which I don't think he has any action. In fact, um, vampire is not one. So I would say Cameron is leading a very small margin just because we have two hordes in the deck, and I mean, you can certainly run money deck. It's with horde and just stealth, and it's not optimal, but
it's probably pretty good. Especially at this level of play, I think it would probably win very easily.
there's no draw. But with the horde power deck, is uh, you can improve your deck very easily. Okay, so this should be just go. I thought should pick up. He was just using that as a silver.
I can still hear your Discord notifications.
Okay, let me turn off. Alright. Which one? Okay, I need to figure out turn off.
Okay, so presumably for Cameron, this is just a duchy here since they're playing horde money. The alternative is vampire. They buy a gold. Not sure why you want to buy a gold when you have horde. You could buy a duchy and get a gold for free.
Try. I'm just trying to figure out how to turn off the notification.
You literally just go into settings and then go into notifications and just just click the toggle for most of them. There's toggles. You can just literally click all of them to off and then you're done.
Oh, all of them? Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, disconnect first. Maybe.
Okay, so with a masterminded scrap, that's pretty nice. You get to get thin. We like that. Why are you guys so insistent on buying conspirators? They're not a great card, like in decks like these. Like right here, this is a problem.
Alright. I hope I
Ooh,
turned
trash is a
them off.
vampire. That is a hard locus.
Yeah. Can you even get anything?
No, you can't get anything because there's no other night cards.
But that's kind of sad.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
You can gain something. Somehow you're able to gain a plaza? Oh, no, I guess they just bought the plaza. Wait, what?
Yeah. I mean, Conspirator is a good card, but you get if you're not doing it right, just a turn of silver.
Yeah, you want to add conspirators to your deck once you can consistently activate them. And yes, I agree with Shaka. This is like an interesting.
So.
Okay, thank you, DZ. Yeah, that's what I thought. Vampire getting trashed. Turns into nothing on this board because there's no other Knight attack or Doom card.
Right.
So here I think we play the Mastermind, and could be another Mastermind. Okay, goes up to 7, and just wants to buy Animal Fair raw. Okay.
I mean, does either of them have +5? I mean, they have scrap. Annual fair.
Will eventually give plus buy if a pile runs, but that seems pretty unlikely here.
If you mastermind annual fair, it is nice. However, you're gonna have +5, which
yeah, exactly.
if you only +5 is scrap, it's
and
only gonna.
and Nomad Camp.
Yeah, Nomad Camp also, but the meta has got one, and it's just alright. So okay, so province and another province for Cameron. Although, how far can the?
So you don't want to. I think you just have to start provincing here as capriCORN.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, grab another Mastermind. Ooh, this is a sad hand.
Well, it seems like I just found the 2 games I observed.
So yeah, you really don't want to be adding all these terminals to your deck without villages.
Both of them overturning way too many terminals a little bit, but
yeah, they're definitely over terminaled. And with something like Conspirator, like it's great once you can activate it reliably, but otherwise it's just a terminal silver. Probably another vampire here? No, not more conspirators. You're not activating them.
like you just drew a hand with 2 animal fairs and 2 conspirators. Hopefully, you will know that you need some kind of things to activate them. But
Conclave and Plaza both seem pretty nice.
yeah, I definitely agree with DZ. Usually, see the problem is too many villages, but in these 2 games, the problem is too many terminals. Alright, so we discarded a horde.
Okay, it gets a Plaza trash, so now we're even worse with regards to terminals.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, nice turn for capriCORN here.
Yep. And it's got a mastermind.
So
and
you gotta mastermind the conspirator. You don't want to mastermind a mastermind.
But animal fair, well, it's turn 18 and both of them have only got 2 provinces.
So again, big money ultimate would have gotten 4 provinces by now.
And if you just run a basic some type of Smithy double jack, and yeah, that definitely should be 4 province already.
Oh yeah, I mean Smithy takes about 14 turns to 4 provinces. Double jack's probably a little faster. I mean the only real attack here is Vampire, which hurts a little bit, but if your build is so slow that it would lose to big money, then you're doing something very wrong.
capriCORN should definitely be careful here.
Yeah, I mean they can't province safely.
If they do it wrong, so Cameron will win the first game.
What are you trying to say?
I was just gonna say, like if he does it wrong, like if he proc here, Cameron can take. Okay.
Yeah,
he did it.
if he provinces, then there's only 1 prov left, and Cameron could just take it. And we can see from his hand that he can, in fact, take it. But hopefully this draws up a vampire. All you need is to find a vampire and you win.
We're not swinging hand, obviously.
Oh yeah, it just went in hand.
Because Cameron just took the penultimate
Oh yeah,
province.
I didn't even see that. Wow, yeah, so that's a big mistake. Do you want to explain the penultimate province rule?
Sure. So basically, whenever there's two provinces left, if you're behind in points, if you take the second to last province, and your opponent can just take the other province to win. So so you, so ideally you will need to catch up in points first, then to take the second to last province. That involves something called duchy dancing. So basically saying basically means you take the duchy instead, and the opponent in the same situation can't take the second to last province either. So they're also forced to take the duchy. And sometimes, especially in single byte kingdoms, meaning there's no plus buy, you and your opponent will go back and forth and take the duchies until sometimes you go to the states, but that's only sometimes. But and you keep taking a duchy until someone fails to do that, then maybe you can take the penultimate province, and also maybe you can have the points lead and take the second to last province. Then your opponent will be in a very bad position to respond.
You
Okay, so
outsmarted me with buying that duchy. That's what we call duchy dancing now. It's outsmarting your opponent. So this is a very interesting board because we have governor and catapult, which
and
means that you can draw a billion cards and
just
then trash down.
and legendary, I'm
Opening
sure.
workers village seems terrible. There's no reason to open a village in general, and the only reason you open workers village is if there's like something you really want to buy two of on the next turn. But market square just seems better. Again, why are we buying workers villages so early? This makes no sense to me.
Catapult in five. That's kind of at the turn. I think
I will be right back.
so. He took the whole witch. I will take governor. I'm not sure, but whole witch is certainly okay. It's four. Hopefully, is this the second catapult? I'm not sure, but certainly better than taking another village. Right. So Blue Market Square looks just fine. After well, on copper, that's the right place there. Okay, discard.
So I do not like gaining lurkers here. I don't think
I want
lurker
to
is really
keep two
necessary.
terminals in hand. I agree.
I don't like these workers village buys, and I especially don't like the lurker buys. Um, Old Witch is great, but when there's something so strong as like uh,
Just
governor,
governor combos with so many things
governor and a
here.
hand size attack, I think that's clearly what I want to be doing. Why do they have so many workers villages? Like, they don't really have terminals yet.
Yeah, that's two games they were over terminal, but they are. It's way too many villages. Um,
Yeah, there's the lurker pillage wombo combo.
well,
And they're adding in market squares, which I think indicates they're going to do something like discard them to gain gold. Thing is, gold's a pretty bad card. I want governors and old witches and legionaries here. Like you can, once you get deck control, you can just attack your opponent to no end, draw them a bunch of cards, then catapult them down, then legionary attack again, and hopefully in the midst of this you've been throwing in some curses via old witch and you're just off to the races.
Yeah, it should be a very fast game with all these nice stuff on board, trashing and you were talking about electric pillage. I mean, it works, but pillage is just such a weak card that and this war definitely had much. Right,
Okay, I
why
really
did you
just like,
trash your head out
yeah,
two copper
yeah,
trash?
you want to trash coppers. You
I'm
want
more.
that catapult around for Governor Catapult shenanigans.
It's like they're going to uncover the rocks, which doesn't happen too often.
No. Well, I have catapult banned, so it happens to me never.
Okay, well, I mean, it is a pretty annoying card, but
Yeah. But in my experience playing with it, the right number of catapults to get is usually one.
one, maybe another one,
Yeah,
just,
maybe a
just
second.
maybe.
Depends on the board, but okay, we know. We're just buying catapults. Rocks are exposed. Oh, this is a messy board. So you can groom for rocks here, which is actually pretty cool. Okay, I
Yeah,
don't know why you want another workers' village. You still don't have any terminals.
capriCORN, sure. I mean, that's one or which. I mean, sure, but still not great. But yeah,
Yeah,
and, and for catapults, I mean, definitely start charging coppers first. Even that means you're missing a fleet because you're doing a discard attack and curses you can always deal with it when an opponent plays the old witch and well it just I mean there's so many other things to do on this board that trash and curse is probably not that important.
yeah. Plus, old witch can come in and trash those curses for you.
So just I mean yeah sure. I mean you can trash a curse here. Sure, because you're hitting five. So Naruto has got a governor at T9.
Please buy governor. Yay, we got a governor. So I think this is one of those rare boards where governor would be my first five. Maybe it's the old witch first, but I want to start getting the governor catapult thing going on as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's just governor combos with so many cards on this board.
Yup. Market Square, catapult, legionary. Like, it's. Governor's just a really good card.
And which to extend because if you're using catapult to discard, you're not able to charge that curse.
Yep.
So let's see if you use the governor correctly, which is game gold here. I mean you can't draw to hope more catapults in the
Yeah,
deck.
but I don't know. Okay, grooms for rocks. That feels strange to me. You have plenty of stuff that you can catapult.
Yeah.
And
So
Old Witch is fine because you still like need more draw.
why do you keep trashing your catapults? Why
There's such an important card on this board.
like I mean catapult coppers. I mean it's catapult copper is just really good. Like that's the thing you really want to do. And then the other maybe catapult silver. Uh, if you have surplus of silvers, but I try to avoid just use catapult to trash anything else that the copper silvers. Or maybe rats once in a while, but catapult catapult copper other trashes it's just much better than the alternative.
Yeah, and again, I don't know what this lurker's doing. Like, I guess you can gain a catapult from the trash now. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, see, Capricorn definitely has a lot of stuff that can be fed into catapult.
So, like, rocks. Wouldn't it be nice if that rocks was silver instead? I
Yeah,
don't like the groom buy. There's no good groom targets right now. Like, that's not what I want. I want governors. I want witches, I want legionaries, I want market squares, and I guess I want workers' villages. Like,
They really maintaining a price point is very important, especially with power cards like on this board and in previous boards.
yeah.
Um, and so far, only two of which have been bought. One governor, no legendary, and
Okay, so
just
we're declined to play the old witch there, which feels kind of sketchy to me. Because this game's going to be over fast. I mean, piles are almost empty.
this one definitely will end in piles.
Wow, look at all those workers' villages go.
6 actions, isn't that nice?
And 6 buys. So you can buy
Yeah.
$5 card. So this is why we don't just flood our deck with villages.
Easy said, why are these market squares even doing a lot of using action? Well, we don't have enough plus buys apparently. Alright, so this will be nice if you trash gold into province, although,
Nah, I think you draw on here.
yeah, I will draw is definitely reasonable.
Draw and try to find a catapult.
I think yes, 3 of them? I don't know.
Okay, looks like they are just electing to take the
So
province.
I can mess up the play over, but I mean, it's, it's,
Yeah, you obviously want to discard that market square for something, but maybe they were fishing for a catapult.
daggers. So there's one worker's village, 2 rocks, 2 curses, so yeah, it's gonna end soon. Um, more market squares. Well, I wonder if capriCORN can be in a position to uh, empty all the piles uh, soon, I think.
Yeah, here you're probably not going to see your cards again, so I don't think you buy Groom. Because you're never going to come back around and see it at this point.
For copper, silver, although
Why are you trashing your catapults?
other
And
gold.
buying a gold when the game's about to end?
So
No, 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 no. Surely you must be. Surely you can't be serious.
uh, probably Scotland to draw and hopefully. Yeah, not circle, there you go. And
So, is this a win in hand?
I don't think so.
You need a village to be able to groom the 2 rocks, yeah.
It's
But you can groom for an estate, and then if you find a village, you can keep playing.
up to the state, definitely. Maybe find a catapult. Well, yeah, it's not gonna help, but I mean, it's still no reason not to groom the state here. No grooms.
Okay, just keep grabbing estates. Okay,
Alright,
this is
so
a win.
this is a winning hand. More than enough, yeah.
Groom rocks, buy rocks.
Yeah. Sees it.
So in the end, one governor was bought, and the governor discard attack was never used. Definitely a big underplaying of that board.
And somehow worker village piled, which it shouldn't. And just
Right, like Workers Village, you need if there's a bunch of terminals you want to play because it's a village, and with only Old Witch as your terminal, you don't and Catapult. You definitely want some Workers Villages because you want to be able to play your terminals, and you want Governor to not be your primary for a draw when possible. But
Yeah.
just the combination of Governor and Catapult is enough that you can probably just win playing those two cards.
Yeah. Even you are like using multiple governors for draw and discard your opponent down. Like they kind of have the Margaret problem. Like let's say you play farm Margaret, yeah, your opponents still only have three card hand, but
They got
hopefully
a
they find
lot of
something and start next turn.
Yeah, they got a lot of good, like, they get to keep their three best cards, so that's pretty strong. I'll be right back again. I need to grab a drink.
All right, so this deck, so Jimmy synergize with Sheepdog. You can spam the Visor roll. Check who can. So, yeah, I think Captain is reasonable. It's better than the alternatives. I mean, this even there's no trash in it. I mean, I know, but there's a lot of things Captain can help.
Yeah, Captain seems great on this board as usual. I mean, Captain being played as advisor gives you a village effect. Um, it can always be a militia, it can be a
Wouldn't
sheepdog.
see the curse right here as capriCORN.
Uh, Apparently not. It makes sense. There is no curse trashing. I'm definitely very
It's
wary.
not fashion, but yeah.
Definitely very
Okay.
wary of playing my curse gold. But I think I would have played it just to get a captain, because captain early on is so good. Or a summon of something, like summon militia as player one.
I mean,
What?
yeah, as Cameron, I would just let it go and buy Puka right here. But yeah, exactly. There's space to know estate and extraction.
Okay, so Cameron does summon a militia, but on turn 2. Whereas if you summoned it on turn 1, then you would have actually stopped your opponent from opening as well as they could have, because we gotten that attack in before their turn 2.
And also just the fact he just had two militias in his deck.
I'm not convinced by the engineer, but it doesn't seem bad. You definitely want a bunch of advisors, and you can use it with sheepdog too. Okay, gold over captain seems very clearly wrong. To
Yeah.
quote J Nails, no, not gold.
Gold is just
Captain is an insanely powerful card, and it's also your only village here. You want a village, you want to be able to draw. Gold is a pretty weak card, it's a stop card. You don't need gold. You can gain them later with Leprechaun once you get control of your deck.
yeah, I can see a Leprechaun being activated.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a big stack of advisors and captains, then you definitely should be able to get activated Lep. Okay, so I like just taking 2 advisors here. No, I don't want another tracker.
Yeah,
I would take 2 advisors, and then maybe rebuy the engineer.
Especially you shuffles. So on the nicer seem to use your deck, not your engineers.
What are you saying? There was a ton of background noise.
I was just saying you want the advisors to be shuffling into your deck.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Okay, Black Cat, again, like, you're just over-terminaling yourself on a board with no terminals. I mean, with no villages except for Captain. There is some cute tricks you can do with Engineer and Sheepdog, and Leprechaun and Sheepdog. And for that matter, Workshop and Sheepdog. I just noticed someone bought a Workshop. Workshop feels just clearly inferior to Engineer here.
Definitely not here. I mean, as no engineer, yes, you can workshop sheepdog, maybe, just maybe, but workshop should only be played by a captain. Even that's not. It's
Okay, why
another.
are we buying black cats? We still don't have any village-like effect. I mean, these are just going to be essentially dead cards in your deck.
Malicious. Well, if your opponent's overturned malicious, just just that. Yeah. Neither has got a captain, which is
Captain
clearly good.
is a really good card. Probably the best card on this board.
Puka's nice if you
Definitely the
can.
best. Yeah, Puka's
But
nice, but
you definitely need a captain first then. Okay, so he's just spamming advisors. Which I used to spam advisors a lot. I was my rating was in the low 50s or so, but uh, spamming advisor can only get you that far. That's honestly
still,
that's
it's still
still
some
time to
good.
pick up a captain, but no province.
Yeah, it's still some good early on draw until you can get the Captain Puka thing online, or
And
Captain with Black Cat or Sheepdog.
carded a tracker instead of a advisor.
Yeah, I don't like these trackers. I don't think I buy a tracker on this board at all.
You can use captain to as tracker to affect something, maybe a Puka, but or another captain, but, but you don't buy a tracker. Cameron bought South the Earth, which and teach us
I mean, once
a
you're ahead in VP, like, yeah, kind of want to do that.
like he bought a province. I mean, if you trying to rush, which is still not great, but um, this should South the Earth the province instead of that.
And
So
again, we're having
T9,
this big problem where we're massively over terminaled, and we still haven't touched the card on the board that actually can be a village.
yeah, so T9 and no captain. Sounds like this is gonna be another long thing.
Yeah.
Right, so Shannos is gone. Engineer for double advisor. Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Yeah, that would have been the move a while back, but we're way past that point. Um,
because neither is getting any captains out
oh,
there.
we see a captain get bought. Turn 10, but it still happened.
Yeah, advisor doesn't work that well with captain,
No,
just because
because they're always
you
going to throw
only
out your captain.
getting discarded.
You need a bunch of captains.
So I'm not sure who's ahead here. I mean,
I mean, both their decks are just filled with terminals with no way to play them.
Capricorn just spinning at this point. I don't think I've seen him generating more than.
Yeah, I just noticed the opponent discarded copper instead of advisor, so I'm not sure why they are letting them have more draw. Again, they just discarded pouch rather than advisor.
It's good.
So pretty simple rule for something like envoy or advisor is discard the draw card.
Yeah, discard the cantrips. And instead of treasures and yeah, I mean draw cards. I mean,
If there's
and
another advisor in the advisor thing, discard the advisor. Like,
can discard treasures if it's envoy and that's their last action, yes. But
For sure.
advisors always discard the cantrips and anything that says plus card on it.
Yeah, pretty much. But draw cards are better to discard than cantrips, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. So still waiting for capriCORN to hit a 5 or more. I don't think that has happened. Alright, so Cameron gets a captain. I assume this will be a advisor. Okay. Play it as a tracker. And bot engineer. Well, yeah, I know. I mean I may argue that the best spoon on that board, but it didn't trash anything. Wow. This would be a good opportunity to top deck something with tracker. Top deck a Puka, you can maybe top deck a captain. Yeah, top deck a captain seems fine. Although capriCORN's deck does have a lot of advisors and okay, well workshop a advice. Okay, I can get behind that, but again, yeah, just spinning.
Kind of spinning, yeah.
But just spinning with advisors isn't enough to get you to the price point.
You want to use captain as advisor because that gives you a village effect, lets you play that black cat.
Yeah.
No, you don't play it as black cat, and you're like the whole point of captain here is that it can be a village.
Yeah. But playing that as black cat's definitely a mistake. Alright. So looks like you get the top deck something from this card award. Definitely getting a Puka here, I think. Well, also you can summon. I mean, if you summon Advisor, that's technically a village, but I mean,
yeah,
it's
you
not
can
as
summon
good.
advisor. Just buys a Puka, I guess.
I mean, no, that's a set.
This is why I wasn't super excited about Puka.
Well, we don't know. Maybe Cameron buys a province. There you go.
Oh yeah, here we go. Play those black cats.
Catching those cats. Alright. So, again, 10 or 15, one captain.
So again, look, like this advisor flipped 3 actions. We now have 4 actions in our hand right now, which is not great. We are gonna hit 7.
Yeah, so if you bought the captain earlier, the game should end already at TK. But
captains should have piled or gotten a lot lower, you know. And then with salt, like this is a very fast board.
Yeah. Well, probably we can top deck a Puka as Cameron, but oh, okay, yeah, actually, unless you're getting another captain, seems better.
Oh no, don't buy gold. Come on, you could be buying captains. It's such a good card.
And it's actually very good for Cameron's deck. It's capriCORN has 2 man advisors. Cameron will just discard the captains in main pot.
Yeah, the other problem is advisors are gonna run out soon, and then captain can't be a village.
Yeah, but
Okay, yeah, and these are the friendliest advisors ever. I don't know
like
if Cameron just doesn't understand how advisor works, but you don't want to discard the bad cards. You want to discard their advisors. Okay, we can get
yeah.
an activated leprechaun here. That's pretty hype.
Just
No, you what? What?
oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, why? You don't play the advice. I mean,
Has to be a miscount.
like you don't trigger the reshuffle. I mean, yes. I mean, but still, I mean,
No,
wish
you.
is nice.
I don't think they were at risk of triggering a shuffle. It was just because of bad omens that now they have a copper on top.
Yeah, you're right.
What?
That's certainly misplay. Then I can't go more harsh than that, but I will just stop at misplay. I was gonna say even if all the advice is gone, you can at least use it as an merchant ship and by playing two militias.
Yep. It also can be started the turn draw via either of the animals on the board.
And since you're not drawing a deck, and captain is quite good. Still can't believe why would like to mess up that leprechaun. You have to do two things at the same time. You have to wait. Five, you should summon an advisor.
Yeah, not summoning there's just a mistake. Like, if you want a 4 cost, then summon it. Don't just buy it outright.
It's strictly better than top decking a advisor with checker. But yeah, I mean he used capriCORN has used summon once, but I'm not sure how this game will end. I mean, piles not that low. Only two provinces we bought. Like, I mean, I think if Cameron just start buying Salt the Earth, I don't think capriCORN can generate
Okay,
aid soon.
discard advisor.
Yes. Oh, yes. Please.
No. Why are
This
you
guy.
discarding the worst card? I don't understand.
Alright. Hey.
Well, for once they discarded not the worst card.
Okay.
Why are you so afraid of plus buy? Don't. You just gave them a very big piece of economy.
What's the curse situation right now? I didn't check. Like, I mean, I've seen Cameron use curse code a couple times. I don't know how many times capriCORN has used. Okay, well, yeah, you can't do anything about that. Alright, discard the advisor, please.
Nope, discards a copper. Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, uh, okay, sure.
Okay, play the
capriCORN to
militia.
score.
Yeah,
Even
definitely province time.
even though curses are quite bad with advisors. Uh, Giving an opponent. Well, yeah,
Wait, what? Another captain? No, you need to score, man. It's time for provinces. There's salt on the board. Like, provinces can just disappear. You need to score. Yeah, I think that should have been salt for Cameron.
yeah, yeah. capriCORN isn't reaching it anytime soon. So the curse goes. Okay, okay, sure, top. Okay, well, that's a
It's
nice
better
move.
than playing the leprechaun.
I have no idea. I mean, he used it once. I mean, he could have got a wish, but
Well, apparently he misread the card and thought it was 7 cards in hand.
oh, okay. No, I didn't see this. Yeah, so definitely tilts. Definitely tilts Cameron at this point.
Again, I have no idea what you're saying.
I was just gonna say this one's definitely Cameron's game to lose.
Yeah, for sure, he's definitely favored. Okay, discards the silver. Stop discarding things that aren't the best card. In an advisor stack, it only works if they have more advisors. You discard their advisor. Why did you discard a black cat? You already know they have black cats in hand. You know they have too many terminals. Now they're gonna not discard the militia and just get attacked. Yup. Wow. This is stunningly.
Well, I mean, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Cameron has like two stage 2 curses, but it's fine hand to be hit by militia, but
Yeah, for sure. But like,
definite problems here. Definitely. There you go. It's not. Cameron still has the lead, but it's not inconceivable for capriCORN to catch up with all these advisors.
yeah. Especially with salt.
The fact that Cameron isn't doing the advisor thing correctly.
Hey, they discarded a captain this time. Yay. They're learning.
Yeah. Okay, discard silver. That's right. Gold, obviously, nice. Yeah. Let's see, can leprechaun be activated? 6 cards. But this cat. Okay, there you go. It's activated. And choose to not buy anything. Sure.
I mean, how much money did they have? 3? Yeah, I'm not sure anything passes the. I mean, I guess.
You can do a silver. I mean, in
Does silver
advisor
pass
decks,
the nothing
in
test?
advisor decks, you want more.
Yeah,
Just,
I agree. With advisor, you just want more.
I did great, but they just need to be average, and
Right.
so advisor can work fine. Alright.
Why are you summoning militia? You could summon an advisor, and then you have plus action on your next turn.
It turns out it worked out fine. He will have 8 then, but yeah, I would definitely summon an advisor. It's gonna go. That's right. Advisor, please. No, discard the black cat. Discard your curse go, please. Oh, discard the copper. Yeah. Okay. So 7. Not much to do.
I guess you try to draw. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Let's get a silver.
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
Like, I mean, it's obvious. Like in advisors, advisor or envoy decks, you only care about the average of the deck, since since
okay,
you
no,
go
not another.
discarded.
You don't want to salt when you're behind Malo. And the black cats just don't make sense. You don't have anywhere near enough captains to support them, and yeah.
Yeah, like black cats are fine, but not as many as how many they have bought. Let's see.
So yeah, Cameron looks in a very dominant position. They're going to be able to start salting soon.
Has I mean, Cameron has salty ones, although salty and touchy, but yeah, I mean, definitely.
They gave them the wish? Do they
Well,
just not understand how advisor works?
yeah. Got advisor, please. Um,
I think
uh,
wishing for duchy may have been reasonable too.
yeah, with the point difference they have, yeah. Uh,
And
but
yep,
that.
we can get LEP activated again.
Right. Well, what did he exchange wish for? Just a gold?
No, a
Oh,
captain.
oh, captain. Okay. All right. So, good chance
Okay,
to get
elects
them.
not to do the leprechaun thing.
Um. Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
Okay. I mean, yeah. That's all. That's all. Already the seven card. Well. Uh, okay. Well, that's not a bad boon.
Okay, province duchy here.
That
You,
one. Well, I mean, province. Yeah. Province is state, but province that yeah.
um, yeah, I
Because
don't.
because with that duchy
No,
you're
don't keep
getting.
the black cat.
Yeah, you're definitely not a black cat because with that duchy we're getting two victory points. Basically one duchy and one curse. With curse code, stay just one, and with other junk. But yeah, you kind of want every point. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's two provinces left. You're behind, and there's salt on the board. Will they discard the advisor? Hey, they did. Will they discard the puka? Hey, they did. So here I think you might want to play the tracker in the hopes that you get a boon that triggers sheepdog.
Or,
You
or
can
he's
you
getting
can
eight.
you can do activated lep here, but I don't know how many more turns you get. You don't have the
And
tracker in play,
I'm not
unfortunately.
gonna draw the wish. I don't think so.
Very unlikely with a deck this thick. May as well react with sheepdog.
Okay. Yeah, that should.
Oh! Because he reacted with sheepdog, he has 8 cards in play and he gets a hex.
That's not silly enough for province, so it worked out fine. I mean, it's kind of funny.
I forgot how that works.
It worked out okay. He
It
still
worked
have
out
enough for
okay.
anything he wants to buy. But yeah, that's definitely something to know about. Okay, buy Sadachi. Well, reasonable,
I
but
knew that you could play a leprechaun, react with a bunch of sheepdogs, and get it up to the point where you gain the wish, but I didn't realize reacting afterwards caused you to lose.
yeah, I've never seen that before either. Alright, so it's still a Dachi. I mean, I mentioned the penultimate province rule, but I mean, yes, but sometimes you're gonna be flexible about it. Like if you know your opponent's deck is filled with curses and you know your opponent is not reaching 8 anytime soon, you still need to be flexible and take the second to last province.
Yep, for sure. You need to be able to like track your opponent's deck a little bit, see how much economy they have, and be like, are they realistically gonna hit 8?
So have any of these players use Puka at all in this game or
I
no?
don't
No.
think so.
Oh.
Well, they left them the pouch, so this could still be a fairly big turn.
Yeah, I
This
mean
could
if
be,
we
I mean, this could be double duchy or province duchy, depending on how
provinces
much money
they
they hit.
was workshop maybe.
Um,
Yes, the captain is nothing to think about. Um,
I think I want to play Puka and then see what I draw.
because the hand right now it's just 9, so Puka is very reasonable to get double touching. Although House is kind of low. I
No,
think
don't play
touching.
Black Cat. That doesn't seem good.
And yeah, he still only has 9, so and now he can't do provinces state.
Well, you can play Puka and go blind, but yeah, I don't like this. Don't like this line.
Yeah, yeah. That she thought that's interesting.
Yep, Lep Sheepdog might have potentially drawn you an extra coin.
And sometimes you have to take owing the advice and like well
Your audio's cutting out a lot. Is your internet connection okay?
uh fine. I mean yeah I have no idea, but I think it's fine. But yeah, I don't know that why the audios keep cutting out. Maybe because I'm running a Discord web page, not the
Oh, you're not
not
using
the
the native client?
yeah. It said it's updating for a while, and I couldn't get it to work, so I'm not just using the Discord web page, the web client.
Gotcha. Yeah, it'll probably work better when you use the actual client.
So workshops, what?
I have no
Great.
idea. But piles are very low.
It's,
Wait,
it's,
Cameron just didn't have a turn? What did he draw? Coppers. Wait, he
let's
could have played that. Yeah,
first,
okay.
yeah,
Cursed aid and province. Yeah, that's can't do anything with that.
capriCORN can at the points here, I think.
I
So
mean, they can buy
duchy.
a duchy. Why? Wait, what? Why'd they buy a black cat? They just lost the game.
Now Cameron has a win.
why?
Well,
Why would you buy the last black cat? Okay, let's see if capriCORN sees this.
I gotta see it, right?
No!
I mean, he's doing
No!
a position to win, but uh, Cameron just needs to take the last duchy. And even if capriCORN buys the province here, Cameron can sub the Earth maybe, or I don't know. Yeah, yeah.
What? Oh, he's giving him the undo. What a nice guy.
You gotta see it, right? There you go. So in
Friendly
turn
advisor
8,
discards 28. Wow, these low level games go on for a long
finally
time.
ended. It's capriCORN still had a chance even until the end, but
With Salt and Cursed Gold on the board and Captain, I expect that game to end very quickly. Definitely not in 28 turns. Um, so what is the set count right now?
uh, I'm I'm in fact. I'll scroll back and see. Okay. I can't remember the set count, but that was the last game. Okay, see, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So like I said, I don't know the set count, but that was the last game. So and it's
All right.
nice to commentating with you today. Sorry, I have obviously audio problems, and haven't commentated a game before, so
Well, I hope you had fun. Alright, I'm gonna stop the recording and hopefully it worked.
yeah.